Ruick and Assistant Principal and Athletic Director Jeff DeLallo welcome you to Patriot Stadium here at Wayne Hills High School for tonight's Big North Super Football Conference game between the visiting Indians of Wayne Valley High School and the home team Patriots of Wayne Hills. This game is being conducted under the rules of the New Jersey State International Athletic Association. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Accordingly, any negative, verbal, written, or unbecoming conduct with regard to race, gender, ethnicity, disability, sexual orientation, or religion shall not be tolerated and will be cause for immediate ejection from the stadium. Additionally, penalties may be assessed against the offending individual's team. It is requested that we all take personal responsibility for keeping this competition at a high level of good sportsmanship, avoiding any action that would jeopardize the safety of players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. We are reminded that our student athletes are deserving of respect by all those in attendance. Let us all comply with these simple requests. Thank you for your cooperation and enjoy the game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the visiting Wayne Valley Indians.
Only these speakers are working.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to make the following announcement. Spectators are reminded that the yellow X's are where you are to be seated this evening while in the stands. X marks the spot. And ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the starting lineup for the Wayne Hills Patriots. This is their starting offensive lineup. At wide receiver, number 9, Dean Imperato, number 9. At wide receiver, number 3, Joe Brunetti, number 3. At tight end, number 20, Dan Daly, number 20. At tackle, number 54, Stanley Oathback, number 54. At guard, number 43, Kyle Cho, number 73. Number 60.
Hold on. I tell you, you can't leave this out. Go ahead.
At tackle, number 58, Mike Bernicola, number 58. At wide receiver, number 2, Joe Daskus, number 2. At tailback, number 5, Chris Pitofsky, number 5. At fullback, number 81, Jake Grosjean, number 81. And at quarterback, number 15, Noah Abida, number 15, and at center, number 60, A.J. Conti, number 60. And let's welcome the rest of the Patriots squad. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Wayne Hills Patriot Band.
Hello and welcome to Patriot Stadium for tonight's home opener that features the rival Wayne Valley Indians and your Patriots of Wayne Hills. Alongside Noah Sandler, I'm Luca Yannuzzi as we bring you tonight's crosstown rivalry game. Both teams won their games last week, with Hills defeating Ridgewood 10-9 and Valley defeating our next week opponent, Old Tapan, 24-13. Now, let's go to key players really quickly. My key player for this week is Joe Brunetti. Joe Brunetti had a great game last week with 4 receptions for 77 yards. Also had a couple tackles as well, 3 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, 2 assists on tackles. All 4 of his catches, some spectacular catches, got Hill some great yardage, and is going to be doing a great job here at receiver tonight. Noah, who is your key player for this week? It all came down to that 1 missed extra point that Ridgewood had, and we made our extra point. Our kicker, Jordan Thiel, only missed that 1 field goal, but when it comes to extra points, he's almost automatic every time.
And now we're going to show you some highlights from last week's games at Ridgewood, New Jersey. First drive, only to have their field goal blocked and returned by the Maroons. Next up, the Maroons got their first touchdown of the game on a run that went inches but got them to 6 points. Moments later, they missed the extra point attempt, which ended up costing them later in the game. And now we have the game-winning touchdown by the Patriots in the 4th quarter, which was a run by Chris Brutowski. And those were the highlights in the Patriots' 10-9 win over the Richmond Maroons.
And we are back again, teams huddling up. They just met at the center of the 50-yard line. They huddled with the referees, and now the starting lineup's huddled up on the sideline with their coaches.
Number 8, Alex
Hills starting on offense, ready to receive,
Indians.
and Wayne Valley kicking off. Their kicker, number 8, Alex Shepline, the sophomore, their kicker this year. As I would like to point out, the Wayne Valley team lost so many seniors from last year's state championship team, but still came out with a win last week, as well as Hills. And Shepline is ready to go. Kicks it high and far. This game is underway. Caught by Dean Imparato. Right beside of the field and runs into number 87 for Wayne Valley. That's Jason Vanderclock with the tackle.
Yeah,
But Imparato makes it to the 20.
On the return there for the Patriots.
Down by number 60, Gavin McGarity.
Now, back to huddling is
First and 10 on the 26.
back into the huddle is the Patriots now, starting with 1 receiver out on the right side, Joe Daskis, Imparato and Brunetti out on the left. Abia takes a snap and hands off to Brutowski, though. Brutowski runs right through the hole and gain of about 8 yards on that run.
5 on the carry.
Great start in the running game for Hills. What I'd like to point out for Valley is their running back, John Testa, an incredible running back, has been playing varsity with Wayne Valley for 3 years, has been the starting main running back, and has got the main yardage for Wayne Valley this year, as well as last year. A big running team with him at running back. Taking the snap, faking the handoff is Abia. He takes the run for himself. Gets Wayne Hills the first down and then some. A big run from Abita there.
Brought down by number 29, Braden Phillips.
Braden Phillips with the tackle there for Valley.
The ball spotted on the Patriot 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line now. He'll set up with 3 receivers again. Faking the handoff, a pass to Brunetti, who runs into a Hills receiver who was trying to block. That was Imparato trying to block for him. Runs into him, but still gets a couple yards from that play.
Number 29, Braden Phillips.
That's Braden Phillips with the tackle again for Valley.
6, 2nd and 4.
So one thing I'd like to point out is that Noah Abita last week had a really, really good game after transferring now to quarterback this year, taking over the starting job from Mike Casasanta. He's done himself a really good job so far. Calling for the snap, running out to the left side. Big pass to Brunetti. Another great catch from Brunetti. Makes it to the Wayne Valley 40, and another first down for Wayne Hills to move the chains.
The pass complete to Joe Brunetti.
Here the crowd cheers. As not really much of a student section, only a few students here, but mainly the parents, and all of them getting along really well, cheering for their kids out here on the field tonight. And whistles are blown, and now a timeout is called by Wayne Valley.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne Hills continues to honor their platinum sponsors
Now,
this year.
during this
Integris
timeout,
Financial, insurance for what matters.
All right, now we got a timeout by Wayne Valley here.
Facility Services, a leader in project
during this timeout,
management
I'd like to say
solutions.
that though
Anthony
these teams
Franco's
both may be
Restaurant,
rivals,
pizza
this is
and
one
more.
town. We are Wayne Strong. We're in this together. But once that whistle blows, these two teams at each other's throats have been rivals as they are from the same town. Have battled in at least one game every single year, I'm pretty sure. But man, a lot of these games are usually great. I know, Noah, you have a list of a couple of the most historic games from Hills and Valley, but one of the most memorable ones has to definitely be the Wayne Hills versus Wayne Valley MetLife game in 2016.
Yeah, so in 2016 at MetLife Stadium, the Wayne Hills Patriots beat the Wayne Valley Indians 31-24 on December 4th in 2016. That's got to be one of the most memorable games in both teams' history.
Now Abita taking the snap. Another pass to Brunetti, gets 5 yards.
The pass complete to number 2, Joe Daskus.
Oh, no, that's my mistake. That pass was out to Joe Daskus
Brought down by
on the
number
left side.
8, Alex Shepline.
Joe Daskus and Dean Imperato and Joe Brunetti are the 3-star receivers for the Patriots this year.
Via calling gives the handoff to Chris Bertowski, who gets through another hole and gets Wayne Hills yet another first down. As long as we keep moving the chains, that's all we need here for Wayne Hills. Keep getting closer and closer to the end zone and try to get in there.
Patriots on the 24.
The Patriots now have the ball on the 24-yard line, and it's 1st and 10.
Still 3 receivers. Bertowski in the backfield. Pass out to Imperato is incomplete. That's number 11, Chris John. James John, the captain's brother, up in his face there. James John, been a wide receiver for Wayne Valley for the past 2 years. And now his brother, a sophomore, coming to play at the varsity level. He's been doing really, really good for himself. Had a great first game against Soltapan and showing a good start now on defense here against Wayne Valley. Against the Wayne Hills. He calls for the snap, tries to rush through for himself. Doesn't get too far as the Wayne Valley defense all over him there.
That was Noah Abita on a carry. Now it's 3rd down for the Patriots.
Joseph Fonseca with the tackle there for that play. See Joe Daskus going to the sideline. Back out onto the field, we see number 20, Dan Daly, coming out to play tight end. We hear Dan Daly's name more as a defensive star, but his blocking and his good hands at tight end have really done this Wayne Hills offense a great job. Snap is high. And a big tackle on Chris Bertowski, with Noah Abita able to improvise there. What a pass to Dean Imperato. What an incredible play from Wayne Hills. This amazing offense right there.
Wow,
What
it looks like
a play.
it looks like it's just short of the touchdown, but that was a really nice catch by Dean Imperato there, the captain.
Great way to improvise through that play. A high snap was supposed to be a handoff to number 5, the running back Chris Bertovsky there. But Chris Bertovsky took a late hit, and Abita was able to drop back, found Dean Imperato open there, and got Wayne Hills to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and high snaps were a big problem for the Patriots last week against Ridgewood. There was even one fumble off of one, but Noah Abita has done a pretty good job with them.
Motion from the offense. Handoff to Bertovsky, and he gets into the end zone for a Wayne Hills touchdown.
Hear the fireworks going off here at Patriot Stadium. It is 6-0 Patriots.
Bertovsky putting yet another 6 points up on the board for the Wayne Hills offense here. Now Jordan Field coming out to attempt the extra point. What a great opening drive from Hills here to start off this game against the crosstown rivals, Wayne Valley.
Jordan Field will attempt the extra point.
And we hear the cheers from the bleachers as Steele gets set to kick. And the kick is up and right through the middle of the uprights. It is good. And Wayne Hills is now up 7-0 off their first drive.
In the first quarter, Patriots 7.
That was a really good opening drive there for the Patriots. Had some nice catches, nice runs by both Noah Abita and Chris Bertovsky to get it to the end zone there.
And it all ended with that big play there. That desperation pass that Abita had to make to Dean Imperato to get Wayne Hills to the 1-yard line and then driving it into the end zone. One thing that we do here that we didn't hear in the last game, as it wasn't a away game against Ridgewood, now at a home game we get to see the cheerleaders on the sidelines up on the track. The Wayne Hills marching band as well we hear on the other side of the track, as due to COVID-19 they couldn't be in the bleachers. So then we get to hear them play and we get some more Wayne Hills entertainment other than watching the game. Now Theo's set to kick. It's number 22, John Testa, in the backfield for Wayne Valley.
Field will kick off.
In last year's game, after I believe it was the second kickoff that Wayne Hills had, we had just scored, and Testa drove it down all the way to the Wayne Hills 20-yard line. It was a big problem in last year's regular season game that we had against Valley. Hopefully this Wayne Hills special teams can take care of him this time. Kick is up. Testa takes it at the 10. Making a run down the left side, and he stopped at around the 28-yard line there.
Yeah, so the last time these two teams met was in the first round of the playoffs last year when Wayne Valley won, but it was a very close game.
It was a very close game, and in the regular season game, Hills took the win in that one. That game was at Valley, and then the playoff game at Hills. Hills unfortunately did take a loss, and that ended their season early, and Valley went on to win the Group 4 state playoffs. Breaking the huddle now is Valley. Their starting QB this year, DJ Picoy, after years of waiting, finally gets that starting job. Pitched back, that's Fonseca on the run. Excuse me, Testa on the run there.
Looks like that run was good for about 3 yards there for the Indians. They now have the ball on the 30-yard line.
Number 20, Dan Daly.
Dan Daly with the tackle there. Also noticed from Wayne Valley, though it is all their senior years, getting in a couple more running options. Michael Panabianco, Joseph Fonseca as well, as their main guy, John Testa. Another handoff to Testa, and Testa gets tackled immediately after he takes the run. That's number 54, Stanley Ost, back on the tackle there.
Brought down by number 54.
Yeah, this is something that the Patriots do well. Stop the run, keep it short. Now it's 3rd down and 7 for the Indians.
Ost back with 6 tackles and a sack in the last game against Ridgewood. Now a defensive change. We see for Hills, we have number 1 Arlen Nasufi and 85 Emmanuel Dankwa coming to the field. Motion from Valley. McCoy's pass is complete. That's to number 8, Alex Shepline, the kicker, catching the pass there.
Number 8.
But that will be short of the 1st down, and now they're going to have to punt.
What's it?
Dean Imperato going back to receive the punt here. Shepline, the kicker and the punter for Wayne Valley this year. But they do have Fonseca doing a couple punts just like last year. He was the punter in the Wayne Valley, Wayne Hills regular season game as their punter was injured. Oh, and the ball is muffed by Imperato, but he's able to hold on to it and is tackled immediately by Anthony Chicatano.
The Patriots have good field position here. They're at the 35-yard line. Now it's first down, and we see Noah Abita coming out.
It could have been a bit better if Imperato was able to handle the ball there. But thank goodness he was able to hold on to it after he did muff that punt. Not a usual thing that we do see from Imperato. I believe that is the first punt he's muffed since becoming the regular punt returner and kick returner for Wayne Hills. Taking the handoff to Bertovsky. Abita running out to the side. That's a pass to Dan Daly. And he's on the run. He makes it to the 30. Is tripped up, makes it to the 20, the 10, and makes it to the 5. And nearly makes it into the end zone. What a play from Dan Daly on the run there.
The tight end, Dan Daly there. Wow, that was a really good pass there. Now they have it at the 2-yard line.
Another big play from Wayne Hills right there, getting them close to the end zone. Once again, Wayne Valley defense, more of a run defense, and can't stop the pass here from Wayne Hills right now. Within 6 minutes, they could potentially have 2 touchdowns.
It is now first and goal on the 2-yard line for the Patriots.
Motion from Grosjean. The handoff to Bertovsky, and he gets into the end zone again for another Wayne Hills touchdown. Putting another 6 points on the board, making this game 13-0 within the first 6 minutes.
Wow,
this one half of the first quarter, Wayne Hills already with 2 touchdowns up on the board.
Wow, this Patriots offense is really showing up tonight. When the Indians first got the ball tonight, they really couldn't get anything out of it. Only got a few yards. They kept running it. Now we see Jordan Thiel out there for the extra point.
Will hold. Thiel will attempt the extra point.
Thiel set for the extra point now. Kick is up and it is good again. 14-0 Wayne Hills within the first 6 minutes. One half of the quarter and already 2 touchdowns up for Wayne Hills, who is usually known as a second half team, even a fourth quarter team. But a great start is something we don't usually see. The first quarters last year were a bit off, and then once we come out for the second quarter, we usually pick things up. But now a great start here in this game that we see from Wayne Hills here over crosstown rivals Wayne Valley.
Yeah, last week they started off, they didn't score at all in the first half, and they really showed up in the second half. Got a field goal and a touchdown.
And that touchdown in that game also from Chris Bertovsky, the running back here, putting up all the points for Hills this year so far. Well, that's a lie. The touchdown points, as Jordan Thiel has been kicking field goals and extra points.
Nick Parada and John Testa.
Parada and Testa back to receive the kick here.
Kickoff.
Thiel set to kick. A deep kick. Makes it into the end zone for a touchback. Now Hills defense coming out. Nick Hogan, Noah Abita, Angel Roman, Matthew Lehman, Dan Daly, Dean Imperato, Joe Daskis, Jake Grosjean, and Stanley Osbach out for the Wayne Hills defense, as well as Joe Brunetti. Motion from Fonseca. Pecoy hands it off to Testa, who gets tripped up by number 7, Matthew Garrity on the tackle.
No gain on that play there. It's still second down and 10.
No gain on the play.
And Matt Garrity, we saw more as a defensive back and a safety last year in the few games that we got to see him play in. Now taking more of a linebacker and defensive back approach this year on defense. Testa in the backfield. McCoy setting motion to Fonseca, faking the pitch, running out to the side, looking to pass, and he does get off the pass. That's number 4, Nick Parada with the pass.
McCoy's pass is complete to
And Wayne Valley with the first down there.
Brought down by number 3, Joe Brunetti.
Joe Brunetti with the tackle there.
That is a
First down
Indians.
on the 38-yard line for the
Ball
Indians.
spotted on the 38-yard line.
Didn't see as much passing in that last game against Old Tapan. And the run was doing Wayne Valley just fine. The only real time that we saw passing was with the touchdowns there as Gibson Ramsey caught 2 passing touchdowns, both for 6 yards. Hand off to Testa again. Testa tries to break through a couple tackles, but Dan Daly on the tackle, as well as Joe Brunetti.
Yeah, last week, John Testa, 26 carries, 180 yards for the Indians. He was their star player last week against Old Tapan.
6, 2nd and 4.
Set up again with Testa in the backfield. Motion from 2 players for Valley now. Pitch to Testa. Going around the left side. And he gets pushed out of bounds by 3 Hills defensive players. The run defense for Wayne Hills really stepping it up against Testa this year. Wasn't as strong last year. He was getting through, having a lot of big runs, but now his runs are staying super short. They may be getting a couple first downs, but not making huge forward progress for Wayne Valley like it was last year in the regular season game, as well as that playoff game where he really stood out. Motion from 3 players now. Over to the right side. Another pitch to Testa, who moves to the right. Gets around a couple tacklers. And Dan Daly finally brings him down at the 25-yard line. Another first down for Wayne Valley with that play.
And just another carry by John Testa there.
Number 9. First down, Indians.
And we see now how much of a run-heavy team Wayne Valley is, especially this year with the loss of seniors like Elijah Lugo and Mo Gega from last year, who are really some star receivers that stood out for Wayne Valley. Now not as much star power with their receiving core, and it's all up to the senior in the backfield, number 22, John Testa. Motion from Parada, another handoff to Testa. Tries going up the middle, but gets swamped by the Hills defense.
Yeah, this is what we saw a lot in their first drive of the game. They really couldn't produce anything off of it. But now on this drive, they're just handing it to Testa, and he's getting some really great runs here.
Pick up of 3, 2nd and
Beat it with the
7.
tackle there. Bring Valley to 2nd and 7 with this play.
3 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter.
Now 2 receivers lined up. 3 receivers are lined up on this play. Parada, Shepline. And the pass goes to Fonseca, actually, who's tackled by number 3, Joe Brunetti.
But we have a flag down on the field.
Joe Fonseca. Brought down by Joe Brunetti, and there is a penalty marker on the 16-yard line.
And that penalty is going to be on Wayne Valley. It's going to move them back a couple yards now.
Offensive pass interference.
That was offensive pass interference by the Indians. Now it's still second down, but they have a lot further to go here.
Fonseca coming off the field now. As Shepline comes back on.
10-yard penalty.
Indians now have the ball at the 39-yard line. On second down.
Second and 17 now here. The receivers lined up. Shepline in motion. And the pass is complete. That's number 26, Danny Smith with the pass there.
The pass
And it's a
complete to
first
number
down for
28.
Wayne Valley. Excuse me, that was number 28, Gibson Nichols, who had 2 touchdowns last week
Brought down by number 20,
against Old Tapan.
Dan Daly.
Dan
Now-
Daly with the tackle for Hills.
First down and 10
First
on the
down,
14-yard line.
Indians.
On the Patriots' 14-yard line.
Coy hands it off to Testa. And Testa gets wrapped up by Brunetti. What a big tackle there from Joe Brunetti.
You feel like it's been Joe Brunetti against Testa a lot on this drive here.
Number 3,
We've heard his name a lot on the defense as well as the offense in last game and so far in this game.
Now, on offense last year, we had our fair share of Brunetti's name being our real fourth receiver with Pontalillo and Imperato ahead of him. But now we hear him a lot more on defense this year as well as offense. He's been one of the big guys. Another handoff, but not to Testa, though. That one goes for about 3 yards.
Joe Fonseca,
Looks like it's going to be 39 here. 3rd and 9 as the clock is winding down with 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
By Dan Daly, number 20.
Fonseca and Penabianco coming off the field
Third and
now.
about 9.
Patriots really need to stop him here and hold him for a field goal.
And Nichols and Shepline back on for Wayne Valley on this next play. 3rd and 9. And the play is whistled dead. Flags are thrown.
6.8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And it was a false start on the offense. Silently pushes
False
Wayne
start
Valley back
against
another
the
5 yards
Indians.
now.
5-yard penalty.
Still 3rd down here. They just have to go longer now.
Fairly some more new defensive players coming on. Matthew Lehman.
And that is the end of
And
the first quarter.
That calls the end of the first quarter. Wayne Hills up 14-0 off our first 2 drives, scoring 2 touchdowns within
And back
the
to
first
our
half of the
platinum
first quarter.
sponsors, One Call Home Remodeling.
Now they're switching
Problems?
sides here.
One
we get
Call
ready to start the
is
second quarter.
solution. Pizza One.
Both
for
teams are huddled up
specialty
here.
Pizzas and salads. Positano Restaurant.
As
Food
well as
that
our-
echoes Southern
As well as our key
Italy.
players being Chris Patofsky and Joe Brunetti. We got to give it to
Quality
Noah Abita,
is where we
who is a
start.
new to quarterback this year,
Primo
being the starting
Pizza,
quarterback.
a full
Played a
menu-
little bit of QB at JV, had a couple drives on
a full
QB last
menu
year,
of Italian
but now being the dominant
specialties.
starter here, really has shaped himself up.
Lightweight Driving School.
Yeah, he's been looking really good so
providing
far
quality
in the first 2
driving
games.
Instruction. RWC.
We see both teams coming out.
Doors and more.
Start the second quarter.
Specializing in
On defense, we
window,
have
doors,
Joey Daskis,
kitchens,
Dean
and
Imperato. Number 1, Arlen Nasufi.
And I'll point this out as well. Abita may be a senior this year, but we do have hope for the future as we have 2 new young quarterbacks coming up. Number 16, Joe Rena, and number 18, Tyler Demikoff, in their junior and sophomore years, respectively, going to take over the QB position for Hills in the coming years. As Pacoy takes a snap, looking to pass. He's pressured, but the pass is over the head of Parada.
Almost intercepted there by Dean Imperato.
Joe
Now it's
Brunetti
fourth
on
down.
the pass coverage for the Patriots.
We have Alex Shepline out here for the kick.
Valley can't score the touchdown. He's going to have to settle for a 3-point field goal try here.
Alex Shepline's a really good kicker with his longest field goal at 46 yards.
Alex Shipline will attempt a field goal from the 24.
And the kick is up. And it is good.
The kick is good.
14 to 3
minutes, 52
Patriots.
seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Kick was wobbling a little bit in the air, but is able to make it through the uprights. And Valley able to get themselves up on the board.
And again, back to
Both teams are now
sponsors,
huddled up here.
Orthodontics,
The Patriots
for a
offense and the
$1 million
Indians defense
smile.
coming out on the field.
Spectrum Therapeutics, a hands-on approach to physical therapy.
And Shepline coming out again to kick it off to Wayne
General
Hills here.
Contractor for all your construction needs.
So like I was saying before about our future quarterbacks for Wayne Hills, we got to see a little bit of Joe Rena and one appearance from Tyler Demikoff last year. In our last game, the Indian Hills game before the playoffs, didn't even have him on our roster yet as he was a freshman. We don't have the freshman on our varsity roster. But Coach Demikoff decided, you know what, might as well bring my son in as we had a huge lead. And he did a great job. And the kick goes up to Dean and Parado. Catches it smoothly this time. Gets past Parado's tackle, but takes a big hit. That's number 87, Jason Vanderclock on the tackle there.
And now Noah Avita and the Patriots offense looks like they're going to have the ball on the 22-yard line where he was tackled.
First and 10 Patriots on the 23.
The offense right now looks like Brunetti, Daskus, Imparado, Abita, Bertovsky, Osbeck, Fernicola.
We got the same three receivers out there, and Parado, Brunetti, and Daskus.
We got Nico Guerra, Joe Kabovsik, and Ryan Cho. Faking the handoff to Bertovsky. Noah Abita takes the run for a gain of about 5.
Brought down by number 22, John Testa.
Now second down for the Patriots.
Second and 5.
Second and 5 here with 11:25 to go in the second quarter.
Though we haven't heard Testa's name yet on the defensive side, as Hills has put in their 2 offensive drives almost immediately. He not only on offense is he amazing, but he's a spectacle on defense as well. Abita hands it off to Bertovsky. Tries breaking a tackle, but can't, and he gets tripped up. It's Nick Parada on the tackle there.
Now it's third down and 5 for the Patriots.
Mike Panabianco. Third and 4.
Defensive-wise, it's Penabianco on the tackle, a defensive leader there with 13 tackles. Testa with 9 tackles so far, Lombardo with 8, and Parado with 10.
What a catch there by number 81, Jake Grosjean, for the first down. It was a really nice conversion there by the Patriots. Looked like it was about an 8-yard catch.
Jake Grosjean didn't get to play last year due to injury, but this year so far at fullback and tight end as well. He's been making a couple good catches, and he even had a good run in last week's game.
First down for the Patriots.
The receivers lined up. Bertovsky in the backfield. Another high snap. Was supposed to be another handoff to Bertovsky, but Abita takes it for himself and gets to the 45-yard line.
And that's the second high snap of the game, but Abita really does a really nice job with it. and controlling the ball and making the play.
3, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 for the Patriots.
Ravi Chaturkin with the tackle there. A junior this year, was even playing varsity his sophomore year. Did a really good job last year, and now this year as a junior does have a starting role for the Wayne Valley defense. Another higher snap. Bertovsky tries to get through the run, but gets swamped by the Wayne Valley defense there.
There was no gain on that play. Seems like the Wayne Valley defense really knows how to stop the run here.
They're getting used to it now.
3rd and
Haven't seen a
7.
pass yet, and that's what has led to the big plays, or a pass to a receiver, as we saw that pass to Grosjean prior.
Yeah, you can expect him to pass it here on this 3rd down and 7 on the 45-yard line. But we'll see what happens.
And they do decide to pass. Abita scrambling, but we do see a flag fly. Takes the run for himself, and he gets Wayne Hills the first down. However, there is a flag down, though. Don't know who it's called on. I didn't see anything. So let's wait to see what the officials have to say.
By number 11, Chris Jun.
And it's a penalty on Hills.
Penalty marker is
And the
down.
play is
We'll
called
bring the
back.
ball back.
An unfortunate penalty for Hills there. As Abita was able to capitalize, was looking to pass, couldn't find anybody open, took the run for himself, and ended up getting the first down.
I'm pretty sure that was holding there. That
10-yard
sent them back
penalty
another
from
10
the
yards.
point of the infraction.
Now 3rd down and long.
3rd
Second,
and 22 now.
correction, 3rd and 21.
Abita really had intentions to pass there, but he just couldn't find an open receiver, and he really just had to scramble. And he did get the first down, but the penalty set them back.
Timeout,
I believe there was a
Patriots.
timeout called there. Yes, there was. Wayne Hills calls a timeout there.
7:53 to go in the 2nd quarter.
And the Wayne Hills run so far has been stopped very well, as Wayne Valley with a great run defense. But the impeccable passing game so far for Wayne Hills is seeming to be stopped as well. Haven't been able to find any open receivers, but Abita did make a great run, but it was unfortunately called back by a penalty there. But as this timeout does come to an end, I assume they will go for the same.
I do have to say, it feels very different here without both student sections on a Hills Valley on a Friday night. It never feels like this on this crosstown rivalry.
We would barely be able to hear right now. The student sections would be going crazy, but unfortunately,
It is very quiet here.
yeah, due to the complications of COVID, it's just something we weren't able to have this season. Motion from Daly. Taking the handoff, Abita to run again. Tries to make it through, but doesn't get enough yardage for that long 3rd and 22 conversion.
Now we see the punt unit coming out
On the tackle.
on 4th and 11.
11. And Jordan Thiel, number 88.
Number 88,
is
Jordan
to
Thiel
punt
on the
for
punt.
the Patriots.
Thiel settling for the first Hills punt this game.
Number 8, Alex Shepline in the back
Deep to return the punt.
to return the punt.
Snap is high over the head of Thiel. Scrambles for it, and he is tackled. That's number 11 on the tackle for Wayne Valley. That's Chris John with a big tackle there. A snap way over the head of Thiel gives a great field position to start off this next drive for Wayne Valley.
That's very unfortunate for the Patriots there, because now they have to stop them. And it looks like they're at the 14-yard line. on the first down.
Indians on the Patriot 13.
This is critical for them to start out their drive this close to the end zone. They need the points up there, as Wayne Hills does have an 11-point lead here. And Wayne Valley calls timeout.
Timeout, Indians.
And we saw Joe Fonseca looking around and motioning there for the timeout for Wayne Valley. But such an unfortunate event for Wayne Hills. And it's been a struggle we've had, and we've seen on a lot of plays so far this season. We saw a couple of them on last week against Ridgewood, and we've seen a decent amount in this game as well. I believe 3 or 4 so far this game. And we've seen Joe Kabofsik have a couple. We've seen AJ Conti have a couple. And we see them continuously practicing on the sidelines. And all the snaps being perfect to whoever they're snapping to, whether it be Tyler Demikoff or Joe Reno practicing on the sidelines. And when it comes to on the field, we see so many high snaps after high snaps.
Now both teams are back out. 6:59 to go in the second quarter here.
Wayne Valley offense in motion. Pitched back to Testa, running out to the right. And is tackled by Joey Daskus.
John Testa on the carry.
As well as Dan Daly.
Joe Daskus, number 2, on the tackle.
So second down on the 8-yard line for the Indians here.
Testa there in the backfield again. He takes the handoff, breaks the tackle, but then is taken down by Joe Daskus. Now it's 3rd down and a few.
By number 41, Nick
They have inches to go here to get the first down.
3rd and inches on the 4 here.
A little over 6 minutes to go in the second quarter here.
Hills with extra players out for the D-line here, as Valley is closer and closer to the end zone. 2 receivers lined up for Valley right now. Shepline and Gibson Ramsey. Motion from Fonseca. Handoff to Testa. Was he able to push through?
The refs are calling it just short of the touchdown.
They're going to put Wayne Valley on the half-yard line just about.
They're inches away from the end zone here.
First and goal inside the 1-yard line.
See our extra lineman coming out, as Velu coming out, as well as Matthew Lehman coming back to play defense this time now. Pecoy takes it, pushes through, but there is a flag.
Flag on the play.
And it's a penalty on Valley, and it pushes them right back.
False start there.
5-yard penalty.
Now they're on the 5.5-yard line here.
I believe it was the right tackle, Robbie Chaturkin, on the false start there. Breaking the huddle now, but that pushes them back to the 5-yard line. Motion from Ramsey, pitching out to Testa. Takes it on the left side, and I believe he got into the end zone. Yes, he does. Touchdown, Wayne Valley.
Number 22, John Testa, on a touchdown there. Well, they started off the drive with great field position at about the 10-yard line because of the punter, Jordan Thiel, wasn't able to handle the ball there on the punt.
And that's John Testa's first touchdown for this season. And the snap is dropped by Pecoy. And Pecoy gets tackled. And the extra point botched as DJ Pecoy drops the snap. What a tackle by Bertovsky.
And it'll stay at 14-9 Patriots.
with 4 minutes 50 seconds.
4 minutes 50 seconds left remaining in the first half. Wayne Hills up 14-9 right now.
9.
And we saw in last week's game that one missed extra point can make all the difference.
You remember on the first drive of the game, Ridgewood blocked the extra point and they ran it back. Four minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second quarter here. We see Joey Daskus and Dean Imperato in the back to return.
And Shepline out to kick now. Kicking off to Wayne Hills, giving them back offense again.
With Dean Imperato.
The hold is broken by the Indians.
Deep to return that kickoff.
So we see Alex Shepline out again for the kick.
Kick is high, tumbling. Imperato secures it. Takes out the run, spin moves through a tackle. And gets to about the 32-yard line. A great return there.
Really nice return there. Had to go through a bunch of defenders. Now they have it at about the 30-yard line.
Jake Lombardo.
The 33-yard line.
Jake Lombardo with the tackle there for Wayne
First
Valley.
and 10 Patriots on the 33.
We only see two receivers out here
Patriots
now.
starting out this drive with Joe Daskus on the sideline. Two receivers being Brunetti and Imperato. Set on the left side, Pertovsky in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Pertovsky. Tried to get through the right side, but he was stopped.
Got about 1 yard there on the carry. Now it looks like it's about 2nd and 9.
Parada on the stop for the Indians.
Still only two receivers out there, with Joey Daskus still on the sideline.
2 2nd and 8.
B takes a snap, fakes the handoff, goes to pass to Imperato. Valley says it's incomplete, and it is an incomplete pass. John Testa able to block the pass.
Incomplete.
We're really hearing the name John Testa on both offense and defense a lot.
He's the real star player for Wayne Valley this year, as he even was last year. Such a big part to this team for the past 3 years that he's been playing with varsity. And look to see him doing great things. And soon might be seeing D1 football, and you'll be hearing that name once again. Motion from Imperato. Takes that pass. There's that play again. We saw from last week that play where there's motion to the side, and Abita can either decide to run or pass, decides to take the pass route this time. Shepline with the tackle, however, there was a flag.
Yeah, and on that catch there by Dean Imperato, he really just couldn't stay up on his feet. But maybe he would have gotten a few more yards there on that play.
And the flag is called back. And now we see
no penalty on the play. 4th down
the
and
punt
6.
team coming out for Wayne Hills here.
Into punt for the Patriots. And Alex.
We see number 8, Alex Shepline in the back to return the punt.
Shepline out there instead of the usual Testa to receive. And the snap not as high, but still a little high. It goes to the left and is caught and downed by Joe Brunetti at the 26 or 27-yard line.
On the 30-yard line, where it will be
Now first down for the Indians on the 30-yard line.
Hills defense needs to stop them here. As if Wayne Valley does get another touchdown, they will go up by 2. Three receivers, a tight end, and the running back. Testa out. The offensive setup for Valley as they give it to Testa, who runs right through the middle, but then does get stopped by Stanley Osbach with the tackle.
Looks like he got about 2 yards there on that run. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Indians. As there's now 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the first half here at Patriot Stadium.
2nd and 8.
And we see Osbach at left end and right tackle for offense and defense. Grosjean at right end this year for Hills. Almost got the Hills defense to jump there, but not quite. Parada,
Just
the
through
incomplete pass to Parada as it goes off his fingers.
Just through his hands there.
Incomplete.
He really didn't have that many defenders on him there, so he probably would have gotten a few more yards than the spot where he catch the ball, where he would have caught the ball. Now 3rd down.
2 minutes 14 left in the first half here. Now Valley breaks the huddle here. Sticking with that 3 receiver setup. Now motion from either side. Flags fly. As Wayne Valley is just short of the first down, but there is a penalty marker as well.
Mike Ponabianco on the carry.
And a penalty on Wayne Valley that does push them back.
Illegal shift against the Indians.
There's an illegal shift against the Indians there.
I was going to say, as soon as they saw both players in motion crossing from both directions on that lateral line there, they had to throw the flag. See Fonseca coming out, bringing in Shepline to have an extra receiver.
4th down.
Patriots decline the penalty.
Or no, the penalty is declined. People are saying watch Testa could potentially be a fake punt as it was 4th and 1.
Timeout
called from Wayne Valley.
Trying to decide what they want to do here on this 4th and 1, whether they want to punt or they want to go for it.
And everybody in the bleachers was saying, watch out for Testa. We did see him lined up there. We usually don't see him on special teams when Wayne Valley is kicking off or punting. But we did, people saw him there and decided to call it out. Could have potentially been a fake punt, as Wayne Valley does have a 4th and 1 here. They could have went for it with the fake. Now they might change their minds and decide to go for it just with a regular play, or if they might punt it. So a reasonable timeout call there. With 1:47 left in the first half of this game, Wayne Hills up 14-9.
Looks like they're going to punt. So we see Dean Imperato in the back.
However, Testa is still out there, though. Snap is low, it bounces, but Shepline able to pick it up, punts it away. Imperato calls for the fair catch at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, there was a very good chance there that was going to be a fake, as we saw John Testa out. But they did punt it on that 4th and 1 with 1:41 to go in the second quarter as the Patriots offense is coming out.
Let's see if the Patriots could capitalize here, as they did receive the ball at the start of the game. Wayne Valley will be getting it when the second half does come to start.
First down on the 31-yard line for the Patriots.
The huddle breaks, and we see Makai Gray out there in the backfield. And he gets the ball. It's pitched to him. Breaks a tackle, but can't break the second one.
Yeah,
as two Valley defenders swamp him.
Makai Gray was the big name in the second half last week at Richwood.
Makai Gray on
And I'll
the
say it
carry.
again, like I said last week. I was talking with Brendan Puzio and Stanley Osbeck about it in TV class. They were saying his name, Makai Gray, 6'2" as a sophomore. He's good. He's going to equate to somebody like Charles Njoku in the coming years. With a team with Tyler Demikoff, Makai Gray, and so many other uprising sophomores. 2 years from now is going to be another very dominant Wayne Hills team. Beta taking the snap, was going to hand off, but decides to pass, and the pass is just barely over Imparado's head. 58 seconds flat left in the first half here.
Imparado had 4 defenders who were right near him when he was trying to make the catch, but the catch did go just long.
And that brings Hills to third down here.
3rd down and 6 on the 35.
So if they can just keep the ball here, and if they punt it to Valley, they might be able to get in a couple plays before they get the ball back again. Motion from Imparado. Abito looking to pass it to Brunetti, who is able to get the first down. And as I said, Hills is able to keep the ball. I'm usually wrong with a lot of my predictions. Someone has to have gone back and seen a few of them. Or maybe, it has to have been more than a handful of times that I've gotten some predictions wrong. As me and former commentator Dylan Oren King would disagree on things sometimes. And usually he was the one who was correct. He seemed like he was all-knowing. But yeah, as you said, Noah, a flag on the play. That does push Wayne Hills black.
Against the Patriots.
There's a legal receiver downfield for the Patriots. Now it's third down and 11 on the 30-yard line.
We see 4 receivers out now. Matthew Garrity lined up as a receiver for the first time this season.
The clock is winding down.
And Garrity in motion. Moves to the other side. And Abita takes the run for himself. And he is stopped short of the first down, however.
On the keeper.
And the clock is going to wind down.
By number 25, Mike Bonabianco.
And that will be the end of the first half here.
And
the clock winds to 0. The first half comes to an end with Wayne Hills on top, 14-9. So let's talk about some stuff that we saw in the first half of play so far. Wayne Hills really showing that they have potential at the start of this game. Within the first 6 minutes of it, they already clocked in 2 touchdowns. Those are the only points they have clocked in, however, as gradually Wayne Valley did come back, kicking a field goal, and on the very next drive, scoring a touchdown after a botched snap to punt it away, giving Wayne Valley great field position, starting them on the 14-yard line. They were able to drive in a touchdown, making the score what it is right now, 14-9.
But they did miss the extra point there, so that is why they only have 9 and not the 10th point to make it a 4-point game. Now it's a 5-point game.
And we saw Brunetti, a big name this week as well as last week. Abita really showing off what he's got. Bertovsky showing off in the run game. But the other runner that we need to talk about is the running back on the Wayne Valley side, John Testa. Always just been a threat to every single team he's played, especially Wayne Hills. But this year seems a bit different as they finally got a handle on him after 3 years of him constantly running through our defenses. Somehow we came away with wins as he had some great games, but the Wayne Hills team obviously just as a whole doing a lot better, as football teams usually can't depend on just one big star to do it all. They shouldn't expect to win every game. but Wayne Hills with a well-rounded team, especially this year compared to last year, where both teams had a very well-rounded team. A lot of lost seniors that graduated from the state champ team of Wayne Valley last year.
Consisting of 67
now,
musicians and 10
as the pit crew sets up for the first time this season, we are going to throw it to the Wayne Hills Marching Band.
Assistant Band Director Bo Park. The band officers, drum majors Juliana D'Amico and Darina Yashenko. Drum captain Paul Garofano. Drum lieutenant Ryan D'Amico. Guard captain Sonia Reyes. President Ethan Thompson. Vice President Aiden LaRusso. Secretary Melissa Herring. Librarians Bernadette Enriquez and Lauren Gelber, along with Amy Hecht, Shakshi Lindy, and Chloe Pellington. Publicity Officer Paul Garofano, Recruiting Officer Miriam Goes, Equipment Managers Sal Anzaldi and Ty Broers, along with John Enriquez and Michael Tardy. Uniform Manager Amy Perella, Rookie Representative Amy Fierro, their field repertoire, Resistance, Oppression, Uprising, Aftermath, and Liberation. The Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. And don't they look great in their new uniforms? Thanks so much to the school administration.
get some film on tape, you know. I understand that. I mean, you know. Yeah, I know. I said it, you know, but he's pretty
decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give you the future and old age a security. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent. I'm sorry. But I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. In the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's return that salute with a standing round of applause for the Wayne Hills Patriot Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Patriot cheerleaders who also are dressed in new uniforms this evening. The Patriot cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, a standing round of applause. A game is in order for the Wayne Hills Patriot cheerleaders. And a reminder again about our platinum sponsors: Preakness Gourmet Deli, Wolk Chiropractic Rehabilitation, Tama General Contractors, Spectrum Therapeutics, Song Orthodontics, RWC Windows, Doors, and more, Right Way Driving School, Primo Pizza, Manny's Preakness Diner, Positano Restaurant, Pizza One, One Call Home Remodeling, Genetti Landscaping, Manhattan Bagel, Lakeside Carpentry and Contracting, Jersey Mike Subs, Lane Contractors, the Brownstone Restaurant, Bagel Buffet Cafe, Anthony Franco's Restaurant, AV Facility Services, and Integris Financial. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors this year.
And welcome back to Patriot Stadium here for the start of second half action. It is now 14-9 Wayne Hills going into the start of the second half here. You see both teams warming up now on the field. Let's take a recap of the first half. We saw the Wayne Hills defense coming out strong to start off their first two drives, both scoring touchdowns. In the first 6 minutes, they were able to put up 14 points. It gradually, the offense for Wayne Valley was able to step it up, put 6 points on the board. However, their extra point, the snap was botched, and it only got them 9 points. And they had kicked a field goal as well. So 14-9 the score right now as the final 38 seconds clock down until the second half comes to a start. So Noah, what do you have to say about the first half of play?
So I think it was a really good half by both teams. Patriots started off stronger, then not as great as the half went on, and then it was just kind of just the opposite for the Indians. They didn't start off that strong on defense, and then we really heard John Testa's name a lot more, and both teams have really been playing a good game all around. Still very close. Both teams are in a huddle here as we get ready to start the second half. So I'm just going to give a little bit of history between the two of these teams. They played their first game against each other on December 7th in 1991 when the Wayne Valley Indians beat the Wayne Hills Patriots 7-0. And their first meeting within the Group 3 Section 1 championship in front of 10,000 fans at Wayne Valley High School.
That's a crazy amount of fans for a high school football game. It was a different time back then, especially compared to 2020 now with the whole pandemic going on. And for the people watching the live stream, there is a bigger game going on for America right now when it comes to the sport of baseball. The Yankees and the Rays game going on right now in the top of the fourth. Last time I checked, might be the middle of the fourth or bottom of the fourth. I haven't checked yet, but 1-0 the Yankees lead so far is now both Hills and Valley get into formation.
See Jordan Thiel out there.
Kicks off.
Wayne Valley will start off the half with the ball. It's very weird how quiet it is for the start of the second half here. There's only 500 people that were allowed as per Governor Murphy's orders.
Are deep to return. Jordan Thiel's kickoff.
And no fans allowed, especially something unusual for a Hills Valley match. Now I see Jordan Thiel's kick. Low and ringing, doesn't get to the end zone, and Testa is able to take it out. And breaks a tackle, and can't break another. Matthew Garrity, a big tackle there, as Testa again, after a kick, would have had a wide open lane. And that's something Hills doesn't want to see, is that touchdown would have given Wayne Valley the lead if he did score there. Matthew Garrity with a big critical tackle right there for Wayne Hills.
He was tackled at the 36-yard line. Now it's first down for Wayne Valley.
On the 36.
The tackle comes with a cost. Testa did break a first tackle, which gives Wayne Valley a pretty good starting field position. McCoy hands off to Fonseca to start off the second half. And he gets to about the 40-yard line.
34 on the carry. Brought down by number 41, Nick Hogan.
There's Nick Hogan with the tackle there.
Second down and 6 for the Indians here.
I believe that is Nick Hogan's first tackle on defense for Wayne Hills this year.
First time I've heard his name.
Snap and pitch to Testa, runs out to the left, again gets to the middle, and breaks the chains to get the first down and gets into Wayne Hills territory.
First down, Indians.
The Patriots' 49-yard line. The Indians have the ball now.
On the Patriot 49.
Now Wayne Valley breaking the huddle here. Hand off to Testa. Runs up the middle. Does a spin move, but runs right into Noah Abita, who makes his second tackle in a row.
Abita again on the tackle.
Abita hasn't done much on defense in this game, but had a couple good tackles in last game. And looking back at last year's season, we saw him do a great job on defense, being able to be a great run force and able to stop the run force with just as much effort.
Now 2nd and 4.
Pecoy signaling motion, takes the snap, being pressured by Grosjean, gets off a pass to Fonseca, who drops the pass. Think he would have been out of bounds anyways, but nevertheless, an incomplete pass.
Jake Grosjean came very close to getting the sack, but Pecoy just got rid of the ball fast enough.
An offensive switch now. It's number 25, Michael Penabianco, coming back in for Wayne Valley. We heard his name a lot on defense. Not as much on offense, though. Really had one big play that was a run. Now he's lined up as a receiver for this play. And it's pitched back to him anyways, lined up as a receiver, but takes the ball for a run. And he breaks the first down, able to stay on his feet and kept running, but he was called out of bounds by the officials.
He just got the first down there by inches. He was just able to keep his feet in.
On the tackle for the Patriots. First down, Indians.
Now it's 1st and 10 on the Patriots' 39-yard line.
The ball spotted on the Patriot 39.
So you see the Indians in a huddle here.
And a handoff, that's to number 4, Nick Parada taking a handoff on that play. Had some movement in the backfield.
Number
Fake the handoff
78
to
on the
Testa.
tackle.
And he takes it.
Angel Roman.
Angel Roman with the tackle there.
Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8.
You see number 51, Edis Velu, coming out for the Patriots. Second and 8 here.
Motion again from Parada. Pecoy dropping back to pass, is pressured, but is able to run through. Breaks through the pressure and gets a Wayne Valley first down.
DJ Poco on the keeper.
Had 3 defenders right in front of him, was somehow able to split all 3 of them and got a first down.
First down, Indians. 6. The ball spotted on the 26.
8 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Wayne Hill's up 14-9. Wayne Valley on their way to score here on the 25-yard line. Hand off to Testa, trying to move to the right, but can't make any progress
Testa on the
as almost the
carry.
entire Hills defense gets on him there. Everybody, I believe, except for Lehman and Imparado, got in on that tackle there.
Angel Roman, number 78 on the
Indians
tackle.
are really looking to take the lead away from the Patriots here.
Pickup of 1,
On the 2nd and 9. The 25-yard line.
Motion from Parada, lined up with Fonseca at fullback. Handoff is given to Parada, who gets tackled as soon as he makes a move.
Looks like they lost a yard there. It's now 3rd down.
Matt Lehman, number 70 on the stop for the Patriots. 3rd and 9.
Matthew Lehman
39.
getting a tackle there. We see number 56. Backup center, Anthony Salzone, practicing his long snaps on the sidelines. We did see the other botched snap before that went skyrocketing over the head of Jordan Thiel.
3rd and 9.
3 players in motion from Valley. Handoff pitch to Testa, moving out to the right, and he gets tackled for a gain of about 4, which won't be enough to get the first down. And they settle for a 4th down.
For Stan Osbeck. 4th and 6.
And it looks like Pecoya's still out on the field, and they're going to go for it. Well, no, Pecoya's only out to hold.
See a defensive
As
change
Shepline
here.
comes out.
4 players in, 4 players out on this 4th down. Oh, and they're going for the field goal by Alex Shepline.
Snap was high and was put down after it was way too high, and a field goal as a result of that is no good.
Just short by inches there, as Wayne Hills still remains up 14-9 with 6:15 to go in the 3rd quarter.
So Wayne Hill's unable to stop them from at least trying to put points on the board, but Wayne Valley unsuccessful in their attempt. There's 2 high snaps in a row from the from kick attempts there. Now the Hills offense out on their own 20. Abita gives it to Pertovsky, who tries to get up the middle.
Potofsky on the carry.
Gets tackled. That's number 60, Gavin McGarity, the defensive captain of Wayne Valley this year.
And that is good for about 4.5 yards. Second down for the Patriots.
McGarity, the defensive tackle, as well as Christian Reyes, who has been playing varsity for the last 3 years. At left end, Marco Soto. And at right end, that is number 41, Gabe Aspril. Breaking through a couple tackles is Bertovsky on that run, but still 3rd down.
Marco Soto, number 71.
Now 3rd down.
Again on the tackle. 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd
for
and
the
2 we see.
Patriots.
Now AJ Conti limping off the field, was in at center instead of Joe Kabovsik, I assume. He comes off now, and Kabovsik goes back on. Motion from Imparato now. And another handoff to Bertovsky, who's going to make it by, it seemed, but that was number 29, Braden Phillips. Came out all of a sudden, out of nowhere, was able to get through and take him down. And Wayne Hills has to settle for another 4th down.
4th and inches here. What will Coach Demkoff call on this play?
And we see Jordan Thiel coming out. It is going to be a punt. And we see Salzone now out for the long snap here. There's Shepline back out to receive.
Shepline deep to return that punt.
The snap high again, but Jordan Thiel able to make a one-handed catch and secure it. But that punt does fall short, as the snap was very high. Joe Brunetti downs it 2 yards short of Wayne Hills territory at the 47-yard line of Wayne Valley. Starting off with, again, great field position here, which is something Hills does not want to see. As a touchdown will get them 6 points and give them the lead.
Yeah, last time we saw that high ball that Jordan Thiel attempted to get, but Wayne Valley covered it. And they got the ball at the about 10-yard line.
I believe it was the 14 that they recovered it on there. There's motion again from Wayne Valley. That's Michael Panabianco in motion, who takes the run out for a couple yards.
Daly on the tackle.
Doesn't quite get into Wayne Hills territory yet, but is just about there.
They're on the 50-yard line.
Panabianco. Pickup of about 4.
2nd and 6 here.
2nd and 6.
I know they do call it past the 50-yard line.
By inches. So they are in Hills territory.
Two players in motion. The pitch to Testa, moving out to the right.
John Testa
And that's
on
Angel
the
Roman
carry.
and Michael Lehman on the tackle there.
Dan Daly on the tackle.
Now
Third
third
and
down
4.
and 4 yards to go for the Indians here. On the 47-yard line.
Now Wayne Hills needs a big stop here on this play. Got to hold the Indians to any means of points that they can. Keeping 4 players on the D line. Everybody else at linebacker on the secondary. And a flag on the field. I believe it was a penalty on Valley. Yes, it was a false start penalty on Valley. And they move back to the 40.
Now third and long. Oh no, it's 3rd
5-yard
and
penalty
9.
Against the Indians.
See Penabianco coming off Shep line, coming back in.
They break the huddle.
Wells, Gibson, Ramsey lined up on receiver. Testa in motion. And the pass is complete. That's Nick Parada who gets the first down for Wayne Valley.
Nick Parada's a junior. And he got the first down there for the Indians on that third down.
First down, Indians.
1st and 10.
Nick Hogan, number 41 on
Yeah,
the
even
tackle
after the
for
penalty,
Patriots.
Wayne Valley still able to keep themselves in possession of the ball and getting themselves a first down there. Minute 50 left in the third quarter. Motion in the offense. Once again, faking the pitch to Testa, dropping back to pass. He's pressured, and the pass is blocked by Joe Brunetti.
Almost intercepted there as it was intended to go to Nick Parada.
For Nick Parada.
And tried to pass to Parada yet again, but Joe Brunetti said, no, sir. And what a great pass block there from him.
2nd down and 10 for the Indians.
Still in the huddle here, deciding the next play call. Line up for 3 receivers now. Shepline, Parada, and Gibson Ramsey out on the left. It's a pass play. And there's the catch. And a big tackle there from Joey Daskus.
Brings
A
down
real hard hit there.
Joey Fight on the pass completion.
Now 3rd down for the Indians. It looks like it's 3rd down and 8.
3rd and
They got
8.
2 yards on that play there. With a minute and 30 to go in the third quarter.
Movement there from the Wayne Valley offense. Dropping back to pass again, who is pressured, and it's an incomplete pass. The pass was dropped there.
Now,
Pass intended for
another
Nick
4th
Parada.
down here
Incomplete.
for the Indians, but this will just be too far for a field goal. So they're going to punt, as we see Dean Imparato in the back there looking
Imparato
to
is
return
deep to return
the
Alex
punt.
Shepline's punt.
We see John Testa out there again. We'll be looking out for a fake here, but you can expect them to punt the ball.
Snap low this time, bounces. Punt is low as well. On a bounce, they let it go into the end zone for a touchback.
In the end zone.
That was the second time the snap was low on a punt for the Indians, as we see the Patriots offense led by Noah Abida coming out onto the field. It's 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Patriots. Minute and 16 to go in the third quarter.
And we see 3 receivers out again. Dasik's on the right. Makai Gray and Brunetti set up on the left. Makai Gray in motion, was going to take the handoff, but a quarterback sack there from Wayne Valley. Nick Parada and number 68, Jack Freed, on the quarterback sack there.
Along with number 58, Nicholas Soroma.
Loss of 6, 2nd and 16.
As we have less than 1 minute to go in the third quarter here. See 3 receivers out. The same 3 we've really been seeing all day for the Patriots.
Makai Gray coming back to the sideline as we see Imparado coming back in again. Abida looking to pass again. And the catch is made by Joe Brunetti.
But the defender was right there to tackle him as soon as he made that catch.
And a gain of about 10 there for Wayne Hills. And now we see Jake Grosjean coming back out for offense. Someone we won't be seeing come back out tonight is AJ Conti. He has his helmet off, and unfortunately his injury he had earlier in the second quarter has taken him out for the rest of this game.
So they're going to let the clock wind down to the end of the third quarter. As they switch sides on the field. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Patriots.
14-9.
As the Patriots are up 14-9 here. As we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, as the quarter ends, both teams in the huddles now. As the final 12 minutes of this crosstown rivalry game approach, Hills with the lead, 14-9. Still with possession of the ball here, but it is 3rd down. So they got to be looking for a big pass or a big run here to get themselves to keep possession of the ball.
We haven't seen the Patriots score since early in the game, but it seems as if the Indians defense started to figure out how they're playing on offense, and they're starting to cover the Patriots a little bit better, and that's why the game is so close now, and they haven't scored ever since their first 2 touchdowns. I believe they were both by Chris Brutowski. As it's 3rd and 5 here.
3rd and 5 now. Patriots looking to pass, and the pass was meant to Brunetti.
As we see him looking for some defensive pass interference by Alex Shepline.
And Jake Lombardo and Alex Shepline were all over him there, saying his shirt was being tugged on, but no call was made.
4th and 5.
And Jordan Thiel is going to have to punt here.
Will be in to punt for the Patriots.
Shepline at the 40 to receive.
Alex Shepline is deep to return that punt.
Snap is clean, but the punt is blocked. And it's picked up by Nick Parada. Unbelievable from the Wayne Valley Special Teams defense there, blocking the punt. Number 35, Cole Wolford with the punt block there. Nick Parada able to recover it. Alex Oken was trying to recover it, as well as Robbie Chaturkin. They couldn't pick it up, but then Nick Parada picks it up, and Wayne Valley is on the 10-yard line here, and they're going to look to score.
This is the second time the Indians have gotten really great field position after a punt. First time they recovered the ball after it was a high, after the ball went high. Now this time they blocked the punt.
And just like that, the momentum completely flips. Motion from the offense as John Testa breaks through the entire Wayne Hills defense and gets the score in off the first play on the offensive drive from Wayne Valley, giving them a touchdown and the lead, 15-14. Wayne Valley now with the advantage.
You could hear the Wayne Valley crowd of however many people are here. It's very light, as the Wayne Hills bleachers are silent. 15-14 Indians, looking to make it 16-14. Oh, but they're going for the 2-point conversion here.
McCoy looking to pass, is being pressured though by Osbach. Gets off the pass, and it is intercepted.
I was blocked down by
It
Matt.
was not intercepted, but Abito able to block the pass, and the 2-point conversion is no good, holding Wayne Valley to only a 1-point lead here.
Blocked down by Matt Garrity, the junior.
Matt Garrity bought it down but couldn't keep it. I thought Abita intercepted it after that because I saw the ball was bobbled up into the air after it was blocked. Almost like that Jacksonville Jaguars play where the ball was batted down by the defense and Mike Thomas was able to catch it right before it hit the ground and won them the game. See that in every highlight reel that you watch on YouTube of top best plays or whatever they title it to get their clicks on YouTube. And I thought he intercepted it on that play, but nevertheless, the conversion is no good for Valley. 11:38 left in the game. Wayne Valley with a 1-point lead now after that touchdown from John Testa, 15-14. And now Shepline to kick off. And now the Hills bleachers getting loud again, trying to motivate this Wayne Hills team. Kick is high and spiraling. Not as much distance, it gets to the 15, and now Dean Imperato running it back, making a good run here. Breaks a tackle, almost breaks another, and gets to the 45-yard line. What a kick return run from Dean Imperato.
Now we hear the Wayne Hills bleachers starting to wake up a little bit, but as we said before, it's still very quiet due to the 500-person maximum for the entire stadium, with about, I would say, 150 of those tickets went to Wayne Valley.
Big pickup there for Wayne Hills, starting themselves out on their own 46-yard line. A great way to start this comeback drive, or so we can only hope. 3 receivers lined up. Everybody in the bleachers stomping their feet. Bertowski takes the run and is able to get through 2 defenders.
That is good for...
Tackled by Penabianco and Lombardo.
That is good for about 7 yards there. Now it's going to be 2nd and 3.
Penabianco. Pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 now. 3 receivers set. However, Garrity is in instead of Imperato on this play. Taking the hand up to Bertowski. Abita is able to run through and get Wayne Hills the first down. Tackled at the 41-yard line. A great run there for Noah Abita with a QB rush.
All of the rushing touches tonight have been from Noah Abita and Chris Bertowski. Now it's first down for the Patriots. The 38-yard line.
And we saw that one backwards pass play run to Makai Gray. Didn't get him too far, though. I believe it was a loss of 1 or no gain on that play. Now Wayne Hills after the first down. Faking the handoff to Bertowski. Abita tried to run it for himself, but a great tackle by Nick Parada there. But Parada is slow to get up.
And looks like they lost a yard there on that play. Now it's 2nd and 11. just about 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Still 3 receivers lined up with Bertovsky in the backfield. 1 tight end set. Abita looks to pass, and Abita with a pass to Grosjean, the tight end. What a great catch from Jake Grosjean, making it to the 25-yard line. And another first down for Wayne Hills. This could be the comeback here. 9:43 left on the clock.
Alex Shipline. First down, Patriots.
And now we see A.J. Conti getting off the sideline bench, being able to get up and walk now for himself. However, he still will not be able to come back into this game due to the injury. However, we could potentially see him in next week's game. Again at Hills, another home game, a second one in a row against Old Tapan. Pass to the side to Bertovsky. He's able to make the catch after bobbling it. And gets past Shepline's tackle and is pushed out of bounds, just short of the first down.
If Shepline had not been there, that would have likely been a touchdown. Now second down and about 3.
Second and 2.
Second and 2.
Hills on the 22-yard line here, looking to make something big happen as they approach the red zone. Daskis on the left. Abita hands it off to Bertovsky.
And that will now enter them.
A couple.
That will now enter them officially into the red zone.
John Testa on
They're going to
the
mark it at.
tackle.
It's going to be 3rd and inches.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, 3rd and less than a yard here now.
So they have the ball on the 15-yard line. Looking to get a touchdown here.
Hills bleachers, the cheerleaders, the marching band getting loud. They want to see Hills get some points here. Bertovsky with the run gets the first down.
Bertovsky on the carry, brought down by number
About a
6.
2-yard
To the
run.
officials that there was a face mask there. However, still is no call.
I do not see a flag down on the field on this play. It's now first down
13-yard line.
from the 13-yard line for the Patriots.
And he was signaling to the officials with his arms up, questioning why there was no call, but he shakes it off. And he gets back out there for this next play. Wayne Hills with the first down here on the 15-yard line. Faking the handoff, Abita is able to run through and get the touchdown for Wayne Hills.
Noah Abito with the run for the touchdown.
And that gives Hills the lead here, 20-15. Abito with his first touchdown this year, and it is a rushing touchdown for him as well. Don't see many rushing touchdowns from Abita, but this year he's really shown his stuff as a running QB, as he was a running back last year. But now we get to see him do a rushing touchdown as a quarterback. And it looks like Hills is going for 2 this time.
Not sure why they are doing this.
Well, I feel like they might be doing it to get themselves a nice solid 7-point lead, so that if Wayne Valley scores a touchdown, as they did score a field goal and 2 touchdowns minus 1 extra point. And now a flag. Yeah, it's a flag on Wayne Hills for a legal substitution.
Infraction against the Patriots.
And that'll push them back for their 2-point attempt.
Will they still go for 2 here? See what Coach Demikoff says.
It seems as if they will as of right now. This is a smart move here to prevent another Wayne Valley touchdown, if it may happen, to only tie the game and not give Wayne Valley the lead again. Motion from Imperato here. Abita drops back to pass. The pass to Bernetti is good!
However, there is a flag down.
There is a flag, though.
There's a penalty marker down
Not going to get too excited yet here. But that might draw the play back.
Still waiting to heal the
don't know
crawl.
yet, though.
8:24 to go in the game if it does not go to overtime. False start on the offense.
And it is a false start, and that is going to call back the play, and the Patriots will have to attempt the 2-point conversion once again.
Another 5 yards back. That's the second penalty of the 2-point conversion. See if they still go for it here. Seems as if they will.
Yes, they will. 4 receivers. On the left side, we have Brunetti and Imparato. On the right side, we have Garrity and Daskis. Four on the O-line, Bertovsky lined up next to Abita, who looks to pass again, and the pass is too far. It was intended for Imparato. However, the pass is too far, and on the third attempt, the 2-point conversion is no good. However, Hills does have the lead right now, 20-15, with 8:24 left in the game.
Still plenty of time left in this game. Even if Wayne Valley does score a touchdown here, still plenty of time to drive it back down the field, get another touchdown, or field goal, whatever it may be.
Yeah, field goal will keep Wayne Hills in the lead, but it would only decrease that lead to 2. So if Wayne Valley were to even get the ball back after that again, any way of scoring points would give them a lead. But with only 8:24 left in the game, that does seem unlikely. And now Thiel.
John Testa and Nick Parada are back deep to return the kickoff by Jordan.
And as I hear,
Thiel.
it is now 1-1. The Rays have tied the game against the Yankees. It's the end of the 5th. Jordan Thiel set to kick. Testa in the backfield. But it's muffed by Perota, and Testa has to pick it up this time. Runs out to the right side, and even still, after a muffed punt, Testa able to get off a good run.
And there's a flag down on the field.
John
But
Testa is brought
if
down
John
by
Testa had not been there,
Matt
it's very likely
Gurley.
that someone from the Patriots would have picked up the ball. $8:14 to go in the 4th quarter. Flag is still down.
Penalty marker is down.
It's a penalty on Wayne Valley, pushing them back now as I see them huddling in their own end zone. The ball hasn't been placed yet, and now the ball is placed on the 8-yard line. First down now. First down for Wayne Valley. However, they are pushed back to their 8-yard line. Wayne Hills defense looking to get a big stop here. Motion from Panabianco. McCoy pressured by Ostback, nearly tackled him in the end zone for a safety, but he does get tackled for a loss anyways. Looks like it was a loss of maybe 1 or 2 yards there. Ostback almost able to take down McCoy in the end zone there for a safety.
Pickup of 1.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
The Indians.
And the scoreboard with an error now. That's a handoff.
John
Testa.
Testa up the middle.
Decent gain there, but not enough to convert. Dan Daly with the tackle there.
Now 3rd down.
And error on the scoreboards.
3rd
Showing
and
Hills
2.
only with 1 point now, as that is not true. Hills with the lead 20-15.
Patriots.
Now the bleachers getting loud again for Wayne Hills here. 3 players in motion for Valley. Pitched back to Tessa, running out to the side. It's a foot race between him and Daly, and he gets past Daly and is able to get the first down for Wayne Valley here.
John Testa again to get the first down for the Indians here. With 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter.
Ball spotted on the 32-yard line.
A big gain there from Tessa there. Able to get past Dan Daly. It was a foot race between them two. And as Daly dove for the tackle, Tessa was able to sidestep and get out of the way. It was just barely inside of the sideline there. Motion from Fonseca, but the handoff goes to Testa, who gets tackled by Osbach and Abita.
Testa on the carry. Noah Abita on the stop. No gain on the play.
Second down and 10 yards,
and 10.
as there was no gain on that play for the Indians. They're still in the huddle.
Now the huddle is broken for Valley here.
As we see the Patriots defense adjusting.
Motion from Parada. And now look at the pass. It's McCoy, but he's pressured and he's taken down by Jake Grosjean with the quarterback sack.
We've really heard his name a lot on defense so far in this game, as well as on offense. Now another big third down.
Another QB sack. We saw Jake Grosjean had the only quarterback sack in last week's game. Him and Stanley Osbach both had it in last week's game against Ridgewood. Now we see some defensive changes coming out for Hills. We see Makai Gray coming out, Emmanuel Dankwa coming out, Arlen Nasufi as well, Matthew Garrity too. Fourth down, faking the handoff. He gets pressured, but the pass is complete, and Tess is able to make a run for it and gets the first down.
That pass was almost blocked there. By number 51, Edis Vlau.
Osbach again just barely missed the tackle. Almost blocked the pass as well, but Testa was there to catch it. Testa was not originally the intended receiver, but Testa caught it and made a great run and got Wayne Valley into Wayne Hills territory now. 4:40 left in the final quarter of this crosstown rivalry matchup between Wayne Hills and Wayne Valley here. Motion from Panabianco and Fonseca. Taking the pitch to Testa. Pressured again by Grosjean. However, the pass is blocked. Once again, Joe Brunetti blocking the pass. What a game he's had. What a great 2 games he's had. Really been able to show off for Wayne Hills.
Yeah, these guys, especially Joe Brunetti, are really good on both offense and defense, because he plays wide receiver on offense as well as cornerback on defense. 2nd and 10. 4:19 to go in the fourth quarter here at Wayne Hills High School.
Taking the handoff to Testa, being pressured again, but a big pass is nearly intercepted by Matthew Garrity. The pass was too far out of range for Nick Parada, and Matthew Garrity dove for the interception but couldn't quite get a hand on it. Didn't have a great dive, but almost had it there, and the incomplete pass brings it to 3rd down and 10 for Wayne Valley.
Patriots really need to stop him here.
The offensive line of Grosjean, Roman, Lehman, and Osbach has really done the job here. Let's see if they can get this stop and finally bring Wayne Valley to a 4th down. Pressured and almost picked off, but wait, it's incomplete, is it? And it is an incomplete pass.
It looked like number 28, Gibson Nichols, caught the ball there, but it ended up being incomplete as he dropped it.
And Matt Garrity able to block that pass. Almost picked it off once again, but still blocking the pass and bringing it to 4th down.
They're
However,
going
it
for it.
does look like they are going to go for it. We see Joey Fight coming out to give a 4th receiver. We see Fight,
47-yard line.
Nichols, and Parada at receiver. Back to pass. And he's able to get a runoff. McCoy trying to rush, but it's a turnover on downs. Wayne Hill's able to turn it over on downs and stop McCoy on the run. There looked like there was supposed to be a penalty called, as I saw Grosjean, his jersey got pulled and his helmet then got pulled as his head came down, but still nevertheless, he would have had the tackle on McCoy, but McCoy was able to get away and make the run. However, it was no good, and Wayne Hills was able to stop him and make a huge tackle there. And now that they have the lead, this is just going to be insurance for them. They just got to hold on to the ball and prevent Valley from getting it back. With 3:58 left on the clock for the game, they should be able to do it.
The 43-yard line.
Potofsky's run for no gain.
Number 71, Marco Soto on the tackle.
Marcus Soto with the tackle there.
Pickup of 1 second and 9.
2nd and 9 here. They only got 1 yard on that last play.
It looks as if there was a timeout called. Don't know by who, though. I did not see the ref signal it yet. And now they do. Still don't quite know who called the timeout, though.
Now very quiet here at Patriots Stadium. Both teams are trying to draw up a play.
And I believe they called an official timeout to change the time on the clock. And they called an official timeout.
Yeah, there seems to be a
Change
little bit
up
of
the time on the
confusion
clock.
with the time that's supposed to be on the clock, but seems as if they got it figured out, and now it's 2nd and 9.
And they got the defense to jump there.
Offsides. As we see the very small Wayne Hill student section getting excited here on their feet.
Marco Soto was the one who jumped offside there. And that pushes up Wayne Hills 5 yards for a 2nd and 4 here. And we see a run from Bertovsky, but Bertovsky gets stopped.
On the keeper. Nick Parada on the stop for the Indians.
Now it is 3rd down.
Yeah,
Timeout
and
for
Sabita,
Valley.
he held on to the ball there, which we've seen a lot. He's ran it, but he just wasn't able to get the 1st down here, as now it's 3rd down with 3:42 to go in the 4th quarter.
And we see a timeout being called by Wayne Valley. And someone is over with Gary, the trainer for Wayne Hills. Can't quite see who it is as 21 Ben Cantella is in the way. So I can't quite get a good view. Ben Cantella's season
Number
unfortunately
5.
stopped. That was number 5, Chris Protovsky. Ben Cantella, if he was not injured in the first I believe it was the first scrimmage this season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right on
Tore
that.
his ACL, and unfortunately that brought his season to an early end.
I'm pretty sure he's out for 4 to 6 months. That would be a season-ending injury for him, as he's on crutches on the sideline. Really wishing he could be on the field, but against Wayne Valley, but unfortunately he cannot.
And the pass that's number 81, Jake Grosjean, gets Wayne Hills to the 50-yard line. However, that is 4th down.
Timeout, Wayne Valley.
That's Joey Fight on the tackle there.
The exactly 50-yard line, but now it's 4th down and 4 for the Patriots. Both teams are huddled up again.
Another timeout called by Wayne Valley. And I'll say this, as an Anthony Wayne guy myself, as well as you know, I'm still buddies with a couple of the guys on the football team. Went to JFK with John Testa and Joey Fight. And still, my main friend group is at Wayne Valley opposed to Wayne Hills. But yeah, I grew up with a lot of these guys who are on the football team for Wayne Valley in elementary school as well as middle school. So
yeah, that's what happens. It gets split up when you need Anthony Wayne.
Does get split. Still happy to see some guys like Tessa and Fight doing great out here.
Shepline deep to return that punt.
Now field to punt to Shepline as Wayne Hills has 4th down. Good clean snap and a good high punt for Thiel. Shepline picks it up at the 10. It's a pretty good run. Jukes through 2 tackles.
There's
and
a
finally
flag
gets
down
taken
on
down.
the field.
That's by number 46 on the tackle, Leo Rostello.
Number 46.
Waiting to hear the call on this penalty marker.
Leo Rostello on the tackle for the Patriots.
And you don't hear the Leo chants like we did last year at the Indian Hills game when he got to play. I believe he had the tackle that ended the game, or I believe it was the turnover on downs that gave Hills back the ball.
The referees are huddled up, trying to decide what this penalty is going to be, or if there is actually a penalty. Still waiting to hear.
Now we do see 2 flags out on the field. There might be 2 penalties on the call. And there are penalties on both sides. There were 2 flags. Offsides on Valley, however, there was a penalty on Hills as well. And the penalty on Hills moves them back even further. We hear boos from the crowd. And Matthew Lehman and Ramsey Kabovsik, Joe Kabovsik's brother, with their hands up in confusion.
Now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. You don't see any receivers out here.
And of course, they're going to give it to their big running back, the star of the team, John Testa, who gets a big run and nearly gets the 1st down. In fact, he does. That moves the chains. Wayne Valley getting a 1st down here. 3:14 left on the clock. Hills has to watch out here.
Well, Wayne Hills really thought that with, I think it was 3:41 left in the game, they got the ball back. They would be able just to run out the clock, just get a couple 1st downs. But the Indians somehow have the ball back after that drive.
Testa now getting a run, but does get tripped up. Isn't able to get too far, maybe 4 or 5 yards there.
Now second down.
They call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
The clock is winding down with under 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Wayne Hills up 5.
And pitch that to Testa again. And Testa breaks a couple tackles. Gets through with a spin move and a juke.
And he's finally down at the 33-yard line.
Brought down by Dan Daly.
Dan Daly finally gets the stop there.
Indians on the 33.
Another first down for Wayne Valley here.
John
Getting closer and
Testa.
closer to that end zone. This Hills defense needs to get a stop here. And this time, pitched out to Panabianco, who gets tackled by Angel Roman.
Between him and John Testa, they really have been getting most of the touches here. But really, mostly John Testa.
And you saw Fonseca getting a few as well. All 3 of them being seniors now, giving them as many plays as they can before their high school career comes to an end.
Started off with a not-so-great run game, but
Testa gets taken down immediately after that run. That's Noah Abita, Angel Roman, and Edis Velu on the tackle there.
now third down. Like I was saying, they started off with not that great of a run game, but now we're really hearing John Testa's name a lot with a lot of touches, as it's now third down and 7 yards to go with 1 minute and 16 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And the pass hit up in the air by Fight.
And it's incomplete.
Brunetti was trying to get there, but was in the complete opposite direction of where he was. Tripped himself up a little bit, trying to get back to it, but still nevertheless an incomplete pass.
This is the final chance for the Indians.
Just over a minute left on the clock. Final chance here. Fourth down, they're going to go for it, obviously.
It's getting loud here, but it's really not that loud compared to what we've heard in the past, but bleachers are shaking, hearing cheers from both sides of the field.
It's usually deafening, and it feels like an earthquake when it comes to this final play. Motion from Shepline now. McCoy dropping back. Grosjean tried to block the pass, and the pass is incomplete! Dean Imperato all over that. What a great play from Dean Imperato, able to block Nick Biondo.
That pass was intended for Gibson Nichols, the junior. And that should seal it for the Patriots on this crosstown rivalry. You see the Wayne Hill sideline excited with the cheerleaders and all of the spectators. A couple of students in a small student section, quite a few parents here cheering their kids on.
We saw a lot of alumni from Wayne Hills coming to the game. We saw last year's quarterback Mike Casasanta and Christian Pontalillo coming to the game, as well as former basketball player and football player Jason Modak coming to the game, Steven Matson, and a couple other, I can't quite remember, but I did see quite a few of them coming into the stadium here tonight. And now Wayne Hills in the victory formation, continuously kneeling on it as both these teams won their first game. Wayne Valley taking a loss, and Wayne Hills remaining undefeated.
As the clock is winding down here, the teams are shaking hands. And the Wayne Hills Patriots will be 2-0. And the Wayne Valley Indians will be 1-1 after this game, as there's 11 seconds left on the clock. You hear the band playing.
A big win here for Wayne Hills, not only to boost their record and beat a team that's in their division and in their group, but it's against the crosstown rivals Wayne Valley, and this is a sort of revenge game for that last game last season where Hills was knocked out of the playoffs by Wayne Valley, who did eventually become the state champs. But in this game, as the clock winds down to 0, Wayne Hills and the Patriots are able to take the win in this one, 20-15.
We always see these teams meet up at least once in the season, and it's every year is usually a different winner. This year, it happens to be the Patriots. Last year, they went 1-1 as they met in the first round of the playoffs. Now, Patriots are 2-0.
Every year, this game and Ramapo are always the most attended games. And out of the only 500 people that could be here, pretty sure this entire place is filled up. And Wayne as a collective town loves to see these two crosstown rivals play. And everybody comes out, all the parents, all the alumni, all the student sections, the massive student sections, and the parents as well. But now, not as many people to come out, but nevertheless, Hills still able to come up with a huge win, 20-15, and go 2-0 into next week against Old Japan. I am Luca Yannuzzi alongside Noah Sandler, and we will see you next week back here at 7 o'clock for our game against